Hi, a lot of students are still wondering if there are jobs for ACCAs in India. Forget globally because you should by now know I'm a nationalist and I believe that there are enough opportunities for not just for ACCAs but for everyone in India. But before we talk about what are these top jobs for ACCAs, like always, thank you so much for continuing to support me, continuing to shower your love, your comments. I truly appreciate it. We are almost 8,000 plus on YouTube channel, and in this last 1 year, I cannot tell you how much of motivation you guys have been giving me through your comments. So once again, thank you so much for that. However, there is a small request. I do still see almost 75-80% of the people who are watching the videos, because I am touchwood getting a lot of views, are not subscribing to the channel. So can I request you to please hit the subscribe button, the bell icon, the like button. I promise you I will do videos which is going to helpful for your ACCA journey as well as your overall finance and accounting journey. Like I promised, I don't want to limit myself just to do ACCA, but to anything that helps you in your overall finance and accounting journey. Coming back to what are these top 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs that I believe ACCAs can go for. My personal favorite is to go for a KPO, BPO jobs, which are also called, GBS, Global Business Service Centers, GCC centers, whatever you call it, right? Shared service centers. Go for a job at one of these places. There are enough jobs in accounting, in finance, in banking, you name it, and the opportunities are there. We at FPA continuously speak to the recruiters, and the maximum number of opportunities for ACCAs are coming out from these organizations, right? And I can tell you, I have worked personally in organizations like Soprasteria, which had massive, almost 35,000 employees we had at one time, and WNS, again, thousands of employees, UBS, one of the largest banks in the world. All of these places or all of these organizations had their shared service centers or KPOs, BPOs in India, right? So you can find jobs in accounting, you can find jobs in finance, you can find jobs in banking sector, right? Please come out of that notion that working in such places is bad, it's demeaning, just because, they operate in a shift. I have had so many students and parents, there is a shift, there's a night shift. Yes, my kids, my lovely ACCA students, affiliates and members, yes, they are going to have shifts, is because obviously if your colleagues, your clients are working in UK hours, which is typically our, when it's 1:30 in India, that's probably 9 in the UK. So you cannot come at 9 in the morning when they are sleeping, right? You have to work alongside them. So that's why you work from 1 to 10 or 12 to 8, depending on, the kind of jobs. But I don't see why that is a problem, because in fact I've always liked the idea that you start slightly later, you get your morning, you go work out, you can do many other things, your hobbies, etc. in the morning. At least I personally love the idea of doing these 12 to 8 kind of shifts, right? So there is nothing wrong in it. That's as far as that notion about shift and night shift and all that is concerned, right? Secondly, the kind of jobs that are there, they are not plain vanilla, you just, press a button and, because all of those jobs are anyways slowly, steadily getting automated, right? So what you need to understand is that these are now, or at least there are plenty of jobs that also require you to use a lot of brains. There are also jobs where you require to come up with ideas, where you contribute towards innovation, and there is so much more technology that you can learn. I've always loved the fact that in organizations like Soprasteria, where I had the opportunity to things like Oracle, right? At UBS, we got an opportunity to learn SAP. In WNS, I got PeopleSoft and Oracle and so many other things, right? Now, when I go outside and there are people who have not worked in these large organizations, they've got no idea what these ERPs are, right? So I can tell you that the kind of learnings that you will have when you go to these organizations are plenty, right? Coming to the third thing, which I am sure probably should have been the first thing, money. Is there salary? Yes, of course there is salary. there is enough salary. They are going to give you much better salaries than what you would be expecting from, let's say, a standard, not so large Indian organizations, especially, when people are looking, oh, I want to get some PER, I want to start working. If you go and work in any smaller practices, they will give you a stipend which is not going to be 10, 15,000 or more than that, right? So therefore, in such BPOs, KPOs, which is, by the way, relevant work experience as far as PER is concerned, so you're getting your PR as well as you're getting 30,000, 40,000 rupees per month. I don't see why that is a bad thing, right? So therefore, my first preference, and probably why I've spent so much time, is because there is the most number of opportunities are in these areas, and I don't want my lovely ACCA students, affiliates, members think that, oh, that's a very bad job. I've in fact only seen more and more senior, very, very qualified people, eventually coming and joining these organizations because they realize in the companies that they're working for, the old school, large manufacturing companies, all that, they are not getting the growth over there. They are not getting to learn new things. They are not getting to travel. They are not getting to leverage their experience, because here in these organizations, you can do so many more things, right? So my personal favorite, my personal top number choice is go for these KPO, BPO, shared service center, GCC, GBS, whatever you want to call it. Go, right? Yes, you should also understand that they will not be available in every city, in every nook and corner, right? They are there in tier 1 cities, not in the metros. Normally you will find some places, but yeah, in tier 1 cities, because the rentals are slightly lesser. For example, Pune, there are more centers. Hyderabad, there are more centers, so be open to travel. Despite being a Mumbaiker, having traveled and stayed in the UK, I was very open to move to Pune for a job, right? And I did not have a crazy high salary, right? I think I was at 6 lakh rupees something at that time, and I was very much open to take that job, right? So I don't know why, you guys today refrain so much, from taking such jobs. Go out, explore, learn. It's always fun to be independent and living by yourself, right? So do that. Now, having, I hope, convinced you that those are also very good jobs and you should opt for it. Yes, then you can traditionally go for a big four, right? Now in big fours, you can go for internal audits, you can go for stat audits. I promise you, in both these areas, people are now hiring. Yes, there will be an odd partner here and there who will say, oh, no, we don't take ACCAs. But I know plenty of partners who are fine taking ACCAs. We at FP, again, work with all the, at least we have people at all these big fours where we've been talking to them and we've been placing students. So, stat as well as internal audits, you should be able to get a job, right? Then you can go for traditional companies, small size, mid size, large size, wherever. Use your referrals, use your links, network as much as possible, LinkedIn, and you can always land a job in these Indian organizations as well, where you can get into accounting, you can get into MIS kind of roles, FP&A kind of roles. So look, there are multiple other opportunities as well. There are equal opportunities in accounts, in finance, like I said, in banks as well, insurance as well. It is now you need to have that open attitude, because I also know a lot of students will say, no, I only want that job. That doesn't work like that, kids, right? You have to be open. I've done so many things, right, including working at a DMart type setup in the UK, right, where I was replenishing shelves with bakery items and washing powders, etc., right? So be open, because even today I feel, and I'm grateful that those things have also taught me so much. Like, for example, I became so much more humble when I was doing these things, right? Because when you are a Mumbaiker, you thought, oh, I would never do these things. But when you're UK, when you're a student, you have to do a lot of odd jobs as well, right? So I have learned every time I've worked. So if you get a job at any smaller firm, any practice, take all of that as a learning, right? Don't try to demean any job. Yes, if you don't like it, you think that you're not getting a growth, always take a jump, right? But you don't have to demean any jobs. Take learnings from wherever you can, right? So the objective of today's video is to tell you that the jobs are there, plenty of jobs are there, and you just have to network, right? I'll make a separate video on how you can do this networking. But for now, like I requested, if you've not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. And also, why not share this video with your friends in your network? Because I see a lot of students who are getting worried about the jobs. Maybe this video will help them. All right, thank you so much and all the very best. Bye bye.